Y'all already know what this is. Even though it says Limit Breaker, we all know that yet again, here we are back with another Goku review.
Now I'll show you the Kaioken!
What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. And as you guys can see today, we're going to be taking a look at the Demoniacal Fit Limit Breaker / Goku Kaioken times 10, I believe, Super Saiyan Blue. And I know this is something that everyone has been wanting, and I feel like this is a figure a lot of people are actually going to pick up. I do recommend it because this guy is limited. I believe they only made 1,000 of these. Now, if you want to be stubborn and wait for Tamashii Nations, by all means, but I just had to get this guy just in case we don't see him from Tamashii Nations for who knows how long. But anyway, I've spent enough time talking about that. You guys get the gist of it. So let's take a look at this sexy packaging, and then we'll dive right into the figure itself. Now, I don't know what it is about Demoniacal Fit, but I really do love their sexy packaging more than I love Tamashii Nations, and I've said that a few times. But as you guys can see, we got the window packaging where you can see the figure and a few accessories inside. It says Demoniacal Fit right there, Limit Breaker. We've got a half full body image of him right here. I really love this purplish color. It says ages 15 and up, Demoniacal Fit right there, Demoniacal Fit made in China, Limit Breaker right there, Limit Breaker right there. An image of him right here doing the Kamehameha, Limit Breaker. Nothing on this side, it just says Limit Breaker again. And then on the back, we've got some poses we can get the figure into, a few accessories, and then some of the legal stuff that I don't understand because this is a bootleg. So yeah, here he is in all his glory. Now let's bust the figure out. So since I reviewed a million Goku figures already, I'm going to try to make this one quick. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe this is when him and Vegeta were getting them cheeks clapped by that boy Jiren, because I don't think he was ever this battle damaged using Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken on anyone else. I know he used it on Jiren at the end of the series, and I think he was this damaged, but the only other opponents I know he used it on was Hit. That was when he was in a different gi, and then he used it on Zamasu for a little bit. But I don't think he was this battle damaged when he used it. So I think this is for the Tournament of Power. But either way, it is a repaint of the web exclusive, of course, with the Super Saiyan Blue head on it. And I'll show both of those so that you guys can see the comparison between those and this one. And then I also want to show the original SH Figuarts Kaioken that they just released and show you guys something interesting about that. But taking a look at the figure, once again, it's something that we've already seen. You got Goku. He has a red tint to his skin and his clothing. Not so much to the hair, but I will say that the hair is definitely different than the Super Saiyan Blue version they released a while ago. The orange pants are a bit more red. The blues are a bit more purple. And I think that's right, because red and blue does make purple, so I think they did well on that. He's got a few scratches on the skin, none on the face. He's got some on the clothing, which, I mean, they're torn, so it makes sense. And then the issue that I have, this little piece right here. I don't think that this is on the event exclusive. Actually, let me grab it because that irritates me just how bad the sculpt on that looks. All right, so here it is. I don't know. Maybe it just looks worse on this, but that looks terrible. It looks like they have sculpted that. But anyway, yeah, he's got a few scratches on the knees. Here's the boots. And sorry for the noise in the background. I live in a noisy neighborhood. But yeah, one thing I want to say specifically about this guy, though, is Demoniacal Fit. Even though they're known for having their issues, most of the time it's quality control. They really did upgrade the joints on this. This almost feels like it's authentic. That's something I can say. I'm really happy that they did that. And another thing they did is that piece right there that used to be skin, they actually painted it. So if you pose him like this, it actually looks like the shirt's coming out versus him having shirt right here, skin right here, and a shirt right there. So Demoniacal Fit is on the come up. I've got to give them props where I can because they do mess up a lot. But this guy's not flopping around. He's not falling apart. The paintwork for the most part is clean except for on this spot right here. I don't like that. But I don't know. Who knows? Everyone might have that. But yeah, I think they did a good job on this guy. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put him back, get a few others out so you guys can take a look at what the comparisons are. And I rambled on too long on that part. So let's move on. So standing these guys next to each other once again, this does reiterate the fact that all this figure is a repaint and a reuse of parts. As you guys can see, it is the complete mold of the event exclusive Goku from the neck down, and then of course you have the Super Saiyan Blue head that was a Tamashii Nations release. They repainted the hair, and honestly, this one has more of a pearl look to it, and I like this a bit more actually. It looks really dope, but I also think that it fits the combination of Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken. Honestly, at first when I saw it, I was thinking it was the same color as this one, but it's not. I do like this a lot better. They did a really good job on that. Now, another side-by-side comparison that I wanted to show off is these two, simply because if you wanted to, and I will show it later in the video, you can swap this head onto this body, and the skin tones will match enough that it will look accurate and you guys don't have to worry about it looking weird in photos. This one, on the skin tone, the red is just a little bit more saturated, but once again, it's not enough that it's noticeable. And like I said, I'll show that swap in just a sec. Now, as you guys can see, I went ahead and did that swap, and it actually looks really, really good. I do have one problem, but it's fixable. First off, I want to show you guys that skin. Like, as you guys can see, it is fine. It really does match very, very well. And you can't even tell that this wasn't made on this body. So I think they did a good job. But I think this head was actually meant for the Kaioken Goku that they released some time ago. I didn't pick that up. I feel like it looks better on this one. But as you guys can see, the head is kind of loose. Which is good, because normally Demoniacal Fit makes these small holes in the necks, or in the heads rather, that you have to put warm water on every single time you want to interchange them. So the fact that they widen the hole a bit in the hair piece so that you could put it on properly, I'm fine with that. Now, you will need a bit of blue tack if you want to keep it from flopping around. But still, the fact that you can get it on there, the fact that it looks great on there, this is something I'm happy with. And more than likely, I'm going to display it like this probably 90% of the time. And now back to the review, because I have definitely rambled enough. As you guys can see, to the top of Goku's head, he's about 5.5 inches. To the top of his hair, he's almost at 7. So that hair piece is pretty tall, but we already know that. And as far as articulation goes, he looks up about that much, down only about this much. If you go any further, that faceplate is going to fall off. He does get tilt at the neck, as you guys can see, and you can turn the head all the way around. Also, the neck moves at the base, so you can turn the head to get him a little bit more expressive if you want to. It goes forward, back, side to side. His arms go out about this much with that shoulder piece in the way. You can lift it just a bit, but you will have to rotate it if you want him to punch any higher. He does have butterfly joints, as you guys can see. He can bring his arms in about that much. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Hands are on a ball peg, so you can move those however you want. He has a diaphragm joint that allows him to crunch back about that much. Watch for that gappage. He crunches forward only about that much. He does have a waist swivel that works very, very well. As you guys can see, he moves around just fine. Kicks forward about that much, back about that much. He can do the splits just a bit, only about that much though, so not a whole lot. He does have a built-in thigh swivel. He does have double jointed knees, of course. His foot goes down about that much, which is actually very far, up about that much. Pretty decent ankle rocker as well, and then you do get a toe hinge. So articulation wise, same thing that we've seen, a little bit retooled. I feel like some of this works better than most, but once again, we've seen this already. Now for accessories, we get the obvious. We get a pair of fist hands and a default face straight out of the package. We get a pair of blasting hands. We get a pair of martial arts hands. And then we get a pair of Kamehameha hands. And as far as other faces, we do get the smirking face, which is probably my favorite. We do get the yelling, screaming, power-up, charging face, and then we do get the teeth-gritted face as well. All of these which came with the original Super Saiyan Blue, of course. Now, the next thing I'm about to show is probably what tops this figure off, even though I have to say I don't like it. And so the last thing you get is this Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Aura, which on plastic, it does look good. But if you're taking photos of these guys, it's going to look really weird around the edges because of the way light passes through this plastic or even shines on it, as you guys can see right here. You have to pretty much angle this perfectly in order for it to look good in shots. Now, for him standing in front of it, here's what it looks like. Once again, if you angle it properly, then it'll look fine. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of plastic aura effects at all. I really wish they would have just snatched up one of Tamashi's like they normally do and repainted it. They could have done that, and I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Now, for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts 2.0 Kaioken Goku, the SH Figuarts Ultra Instinct Omen, event exclusive, and then we have the SH Figuarts 2.0 Super Saiyan Blue. Next up, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Full Powered or Mastered Ultra Instinct, the SH Figuarts 2.0 Super Saiyan Vegeta with a Demoniacal Fit Evolution head sculpt on it, and then the SH Figuarts first release Jiren, who is still putting hands on these boys even after they powered up to their maximum. And now, to keep it with the red theme, we do have the McFarlane Toys Red Hood, the Mafex Justice League Flash, and of course a Marvel Legends Red Ninja. One last thing I wanted to show off before the end of the review is for the people who want to have a battle damage Goku, like maybe when he was going up against Frieza and he used Kaioken, you can put this head on the body as well. Now, granted, putting him back, this hair purple doesn't match the rest of this body. But I mean, I guess you can kind of get away with it because this purple is purple because the shirt was initially blue. This is a reddish purple and his hair was black. So I think you can get away with this in some photos. The skin tone does look fine. So if you want a Goku from the Frieza arc going Kaioken, here you go. Now, I'm not even going to give you guys my final thoughts on this because I've already reviewed this figure a million times. I'm just going to tell you, if you like Goku, pick it up. And not just because of the fact that it's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, it's due to the fact that this guy is limited to 1,000 pieces. So if you miss out, then you miss out. I don't think you're going to be able to get this opportunity again. Now, that being said, who knows? Tamashii Nations probably already has this in the works because we've seen how they operate. Demoniacal Fit puts out something and they say, huh, you thought, and then they put it out as well. And it's normally 10 times better. But in this situation, if they're going to put out this same exact figure, you might as well get it now because this one, I don't have any issues with it. This isn't one of those figures where I have quality control issues, where I have really any paint issues. They did a good job. So, I mean, I'm satisfied. And if you guys don't want this in the future, you can always sell it. That's what I'm telling a lot of people. You can always sell your figures if you don't want them, or if someone puts out a better version. Or if you're like me, you just collect both just because, hey, why not? Sometimes I can mix it up in my photos. But yeah, I mean, pick this guy up. It's Goku, probably the most popular anime character, even though he's mediocre in my opinion. But yeah, I shouldn't even said all that. But whatever, I'm not gonna redo it. Pick this figure up. It's cool. He's great to have in your collection. He'll look good in some photos. I'm not posting any photos at the end of the video. I'm just telling y'all right now. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, do all that good stuff. Check out the merch. All is in the description below. You guys take it easy. Peace.